Good morning. Happy Friday. Again, how did Friday come around? Dear, I've got Friday hair. So hi to all you replayers. As always, let me know if you're doing it again. And today we're going to need weights and you're going to need a chair. So I'm going to wait for people to come on as always. Good morning, good morning. You'll need your weights today. Actually remembered, and you'll need a chair, so make sure. Hi Claire, hope you've got your water bottles, or your wine bottles would be better because they're heavier. Hi Sally. Okay, so you need weights and you need a chair. Weights and a chair. I've got my lipstick back on today. I was so hot yesterday and I went for the most amazing bike ride. I had to take my car in for a service. This is by the by, just while people are coming on. And I took it to Hazelmere and I cycled back from Hazelmere, hiya, and it was the most amazing bike ride. I'd never been to these places. Hiya, morning. I went to through Blackdown and through Lodsworth, which I knew, and Lickfold. Just fantastic. So if you fancy a bike ride, that's the one to do. So I think we've got everybody on. Good morning. Happy Friday. Are we week 10 or week 9? I can't remember. It's kind of blown all out of proportion, this, isn't it? Anyway, you're going to need weights today and you're going to need a chair. So if you don't want to use weights, if you've got a problem with your shoulders or your back's a little bit iffy, just use body resistance. So if you're going to lift a weight, you're going to push up, you're going to resist, like you're pushing through treacle. Same thing on the way down, always on the negative face, which is when you're coming down towards gravity, feel like you're pulling, because the negative phase is really where you kind of get the work done. So without further ado, I'm going to sit down today. Yes. So grab your weights, grab your chair, and let's just start with a bit of a warm up. So you want to sit really tall, don't have your back on the chair, and then just start with some lovely shoulder circles. Okay. Hair flick is always good. Hair flick. Is it hair flick? Was that in hello? Hello. Okay, so I want you to take your hands onto your shoulders and then do a big elbow circle. So mindfully trying to get your elbows right up to the sky. Okay, again, if you've got shoulder problems, you just keep it a little bit lower. Okay, as soon as you start taking elbows up, you can feel far more movement in that joint area, can't you? Now it is a ball and socket joint, so it should, our bones should actually roll all the way around. Okay, let's do 3 more of those. And 2, sit tall, draw your tummy in. Okay, single arm circle. Let's warm up our upper body. Okay, so weight training with Pilates. Yes, absolutely. 2 more. And we'll do the same on the other side. Now, body resistance is brilliant. Really brilliant workout. So you don't need weights always, but if you want to do that extra little bit for your bones, for your heart health, for your tendons, for your innards, you want to really be lifting something that's a little bit heavier. Okay, let's do 1 more. So just turn your, pull your shoulders back, keep your chin in, and we'll just drop ear to shoulder. Sit tall, okay, try not to slump. It just doesn't look good, does it? Let's do 3 more, 2 and 1. Okay, now with your chin in, just look over your shoulder, and we're going to go to the other side. Oh, I've just noticed I finally got a picture up. My lovely friend Sally came, oh, I shouldn't say that, should I? 2 metre distance, and we put a picture up. Just getting the house together, having moved in March, April, May, June, 3 months ago. Okay, 1 more each side. Come back to the centre, then bring your head forward and then really press back. Okay, so head forward, press back. Let's do 4 more and press. 3, press. 2, 1 more. Okay. When you're sitting, doing any chair workout, try and get your feet in front of your knees. You don't really want to be like that because you're going to be vulnerable, but your knees won't like it. So just let your hands drop down. We're just going to reach down to one side and we'll do the same on the other side. So the further you can reach, brilliant, but we want to try and keep your buttocks on the chair. So as you go over, make sure you're not just simply kind of swinging. Lift your opposite elbow up now, that's it. Now you want your elbow to really point right up to the sky. Claire, fantastic, you've got on. Poor Claire's been having terrible problems with internet, and I know some of you find that you just can't get on. Seems to be that there's a whole wedge of people that can, and then there's a group of people that just find it so difficult. Anyway, okay, so bring your elbows in, drop your shoulders down, hair flick, and we're going to just start to take our hands back. Now at this stage, pull your shoulders down and just squeeze your shoulder blades together. It pulls your arms back even more. Okay, let's do that again. We're going to take our arms out, so you've got the dumbwaiter. Now pull your shoulders physically back and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades, pull that tummy in. Julie. I know what you're thinking. Look at her. Okay, let's do it again. We're going to drop the shoulders down. Now squeeze your shoulder blades really super tight. Can you feel your back working? One more. Try not to let your chest lift, otherwise you're going to feel it in your lower back. Okay, so we're going to pull our shoulders back and down and then just squeeze your shoulder blades. Now if you feel your lower back, just kind of press down here. Okay, and then just relax. Okay, let's just mobilize our ankles. So do your normal, you know, your foot movements. So we're just going to circle and then opposite direction. Sit, 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 nice and tall. Point and flex. Okay. And then side to side. That's it. Okay, let's do the other foot. So still can't do that. So you're just going to circle your foot. Okay, and then opposite direction. Ow, ow, ow. I've got arnica on it today, which is good. Point and flex. Okay, I'm going to do it same on the other foot. And then side to side. Okay, let's do two more. So now I just want to warm up your upper body a little bit more. So I want you to take your arms up and then just imagine you're pulling down. So this is called a lat pull down in a gym. So you've got that bar and you're resisting against that weight. Can you feel it? So really resist, okay? We're only doing the downward, okay? So you're going to resist on the way down. Let's do two more. That's it. Now do what you did with the dumbwaiter. So you're pulling your shoulders back and down and squeeze your shoulder blades. Let's do one more just for good measure. Okay, now I want you to push forward. So imagine you're pushing this really, really heavy thing away and then just bring your hands back. Okay, push. So anytime you push, you're working the front of your body and you can feel that. So as you push, can you feel your biceps? You feel your chest, your pecs start to work. Two more of those. Push, drop your shoulders down. And last one, it's a really heavy weight. You're pushing an ottoman or some great big thing. Okay, and relax. Now we're going to do the opposite. So I want you to push up. Okay, so you're going to press, 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 press. Got that really heavy thing and release back down. And again, push up. Now, as I'm pushing up, my shoulder blades are pulling down towards my waist. Okay, let's do two more. Draw your tummy in a little bit tighter as you push up. One more. You've got to do that resistance. Push. Imagine it's really heavy. Okay, now we're going to do a pull. So let's just grab the handlebars, drop your shoulders, and we're going to pull. So imagine you've got this thing and it's really heavy and you're pulling it towards you. And again, we're going to pull. So now you can feel you're working your back. So exactly the same move, but when the intention is different and you really focus on what you're doing, can you feel how the other muscles switch on? So that's why Pilates is so brilliant, because you're mindful of which muscles you're working. Okay, relax your arms down. Now we're going to take one arm out to the side. Again, imagine something's really pushing down on that shoulder. So you're going to lift and release back down. Okay, you've got something you're pushing through, glute, press, 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 and release. Now draw your tummy in, sit really tall, push against that thing. One more. Let's breathe out. You don't need weights for this. We're going to add weights. Don't you worry about that. Let's do the other side. So my shoulder is back and down, tummy tight, and I'm going to push against that imaginary resistance. And again, push, push. So the movement's coming from here. I'm not trying to work with my hand. If you think about that, so if you imagine it's your hand that's doing it, you get a slightly different move, that your muscles work slightly different. Now think about your shoulder doing it. We want the movement to come from here, from our shoulder joint. Now we're going to push down. So let's take our arm out. Now resist, 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 resist. And again. 2 more. Press. Imagine this is really strong thing. Probably Molly, I'm trying to push her down. Okay, she's outside sunbathing, by the way. She sends her love. Let's do the other side. 4. So we're going to push down. Now, if you're feeling it in your back, you've got to tuck your chin in and pull your tummy in. Okay, you might find that you start to push your neck forward. Okay, so keep it back. Keep your shoulders down. 2 more. Work from here. Work from your center as well. Okay, one last one. We're going to push down. Really simple, but these are really effective. Okay, and then just relax your shoulders. So we've done the work without weights, and now we're going to add some weights. So grab your weights. If you don't have weights, don't worry. Now, I've got 3 kilos here because I thought I'd push the boat out a bit. So the first thing we did was the lat pull down, do you remember? So we're going to take our arms up, and if you don't have weights, do it without. So we're going to resist, 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 okay, and push back up. And again, resist, resist, resist. Now pull your shoulders down. Remember what we did with the dumb waiter. So your shoulders are back and down, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, but don't let your ribs or your chest push out. Oh, shall we do 2 more? Okay, so you're going to push up. So if your weights aren't heavy enough, you just do that thing where you're pulling down. Okay, 1 more. It's the pull. Okay, relax there. Just drop your shoulders down. Okay, now we're going to do the push. Okay, so resist it. So this is called shoulder press, and release back down. Okay, push. Now my knuckles are facing the ceiling. Okay, so you don't want to have your wrists like that. Okay, it's your knuckles. Resist it. My shoulders are going in the opposite direction. It gets hard when you add body resistance. You're adding pretty much another 3 or 4 pounds. Let's go again. Let's do 2 more. Okay, so you're going to breathe out. God, my arms are really aching already. Great for definition of your triceps at the top. Okay, and your shoulders here. Okay, and then relax there. Blimey, that's hard, isn't it? Now we're going to do the push. Okay, so elbows high. Now push forward. Push that thing away, and then just bring your hands back. Push. Sit tall. Now you've got to use your abs. If you've got quite heavy weights, really keep your stomach tight. Let's do 3 more. I haven't got my elbows down here. My elbows are high. Oh, 2 more. Knuckles forward. Woo. 1 more. Press. And release back down. Blimey, these weights are heavy. I just thought I'd, feel some pain with you. Now we're going to pull. So, okay, let's do it. You're going to take your hands forward. Now pull like you're rowing. That's it. And again, so work your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. It's all about the pull. 3 more. Pull back. And 2. Pull back. Oh. 1 more. Pull back. And release back down. 3 kilos, probably too heavy for this. Okay, then we did what's called lateral raise. So we're going to push out to the side. So let's push down first of all. Okay, so you've got your arm here. We're going to press, 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 and take it back up. Okay, press, 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 press. 2 more. Imagine you're pushing through sticky glue. Okay, you know how it is when you try and stir it and it gets just harder and harder to stir through. Okay, let's do the other side. So we start with a lift and we're going to press down, tummy. Well done. Okay, 3 more. Breathe out. Draw your tummy in, sit nice and tall. Get your crown to hit the ceiling. Okay, I'm sure some of you are in nice little cottages where your crown's almost at the ceiling. Okay, 1 more. Shoulders back and down. Now we're going to push up. So, ready? Let's go. 4. Oh, you're pushing up. And release back down. Shoulders back and down. Tummy in. So you've got no momentum helping you whatsoever. I'm pushing through that sticky glue. Okay, and we'll do 1 more. Now, if you're feeling in your back, you need to draw your tummy in tighter. okay? Or don't use the weights. 4 on the other side. We're pushing up. Good. And again, so this is working upper body, shoulders, a bit of your pecs, so your pectorals, your chest muscles. We're using a bit of bicep here, front of the shoulders, and triceps. Anytime you've got your arms straight, you're going to work your triceps as well. Okay, and then just relax your shoulders. Blimey. Okay, so just let your arms hang to the side. You can use your weights or not, and we'll go back to that exercise we did on the warm-up. So I'm just literally going to sort of pretend to put the weights down. Okay, don't lean back and don't lean forward. So pretty much it's underneath your hip bone, I suppose, straight down. Now let's lift the opposite elbow. Okay, so we start to work into our lats a little bit more. That's good. Okay, let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. 1 more. Okay, and then just relax and just roll your shoulders. Now I'm going to do some bicep work. Again, if you don't have weights, you don't have weights, just use resistance. Okay, so you want your elbow into your side, your palm is facing me. We're going to bring it all the way up and all the way down. Now ideally what we want is the full range, so we take it right down to the floor. Now I'm having to take my elbow out, which isn't great, so I'm going to pop myself onto the side of the chair so that I can just let that drop all the way down. Okay, breathe out and breathe in. Okay, resist it on the way up and push on the way back down. Okay, work on the positive phase, which is here, and the negative phase, which is the harder part here. Let's do 3 more. Breathe out. Resist it. Push, push, push. And again, breathe out. Resist back down. You're doing really well. 1 more. Now you should be feeling it because you're adding that body resistance. Oh. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm just going to pop myself over. I'll put my buttock out the way. Okay, let's go. So you're going to resist it on the way up. Now obviously working bicep here. I don't tend to do too much work on biceps because you tend to work those if you're carrying your shopping, or not, we've done that a lot recently, although some of us have, haven't we? But you know, you're lifting a watering can. Generally we tend to use our biceps quite a lot, so I always think they kind of get their own workout. Okay, let's do 2 more of those. Draw your tummy in. Now resist it on the way back down. And again, I think we haven't done enough on this side. Let's do another 2 because this is probably your weakest side. Tummy in, sit tall, stick with it. Okay, resist it. Last time. Push, 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 push. My elbow is not leaving my waist. All the way down. Excellent. And then just relax. So now I want to do some work for your triceps specifically. So triceps give you this kind of nice indented sculpture to your arms. And you won't get muscular arms. You'd have to do hours of this. So 2 ways we can do this. Let's just start with the easier for bad shoulders. So, do I want to hold these weights? Hang on. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to... Can I change weights? I can change weights. Let me just get a 2 kilo set. Okay, because I did weights yesterday and we did quite heavy stuff. So, and I did my bike ride, so I've got to let my muscles kind of relax a bit. So you can see my elbow is up and you can see my watch. I'm going to sit over here a bit. I want you to show me your watch so you could read the time the whole way. And the reason I say that is because some people do this. See the difference? So there I'm using my bicep. Here, when I show you my watch, it's pure triceps. Let's do it. Okay, so you're going to swing it out and bring it back in. Now you could put a cup of tea on my upper arm, couldn't you? It's not moving, it's not down here. It's amazing how many people in the class do this. And I say, leave your elbow up. And they're like, yeah, okay. I think, no, leave it up. I bet if I put a donut on there, you'd leave it up, wouldn't you? Tummy. Let's do 3 more. So this is the easier one for triceps when it comes to shoulders. 1 more. So you can see my watch the whole time. Let's do the other side, okay? So you're going to drop your shoulder down. We're going to go out and all the way up. Now, anytime you take your body, the weight away from your body, obviously that's the hardest part. So that's where you breathe out. Breathe out on the exertion. Draw your tummy in. Okay, let's do another 8. Elbow nice and high, 7. So not up here, okay, shoulder down, 6. And 5. And 4. Tummy in, sit tall, 3. Well done. And 2. This is your last one. 1. Okay, and then relax there. Now, if you've got shoulder problems, I would just do the same again. Excuse me. You can do it without weights, or you can do it with your weights again. Now, those of you who do have weights and you don't have a shoulder problem, what I want you to do is to clasp your hands together if your weights will allow it. Otherwise, just hold the weights together like that. Okay, we're going to take them above our head. Okay, ow. So I've got all sorts of problems going on. I've got arthritis in the thumbs. So I'm going to take it all the way down, tap between my shoulder blades, and all the way up. Now this is all about the straightening, okay? Breathe out as you lift. Don't arch your back, so you've got to keep your tummy tight. And the other thing I see sometimes is this. That's not going to work your triceps. This, straight above your crown, is going to work your triceps. Okay, now try if you can to keep your elbows from going all the way out. Okay, we want to point the elbows to me and take your hands up. Okay, if you can just get 4 or 5 of those, I mean 2 or 3 of those right, and get 4 or 5, that's great. So let's do another 10. Okay, breathe out here. 9. Pure triceps. 8. So body resistance, you resist on the way up and on the way down. So that's 6. Elbows point to me, right over your crown, not forward. 4, so you shouldn't be able to see the weights as they come up. 3, keep going. And 2, this is your last one. 1, and release back down. Whoa, well done. Okay, so I'm just seeing the time. Okay, I want to make sure that we get a little bit of leg work. So lose the weights, let's just kind of stretch that out first of all. So take your arm across, don't let your shoulder lift. Okay, so you're kind of pointing that way. Hold above your elbow and just pull that arm further across. Okay, just look that check your shoulders not lifted. Well done. Okay, same arm, we're going to take it behind us, scratch between your shoulder blades and push that arm up. Okay, now perhaps you could even grasp it with the other hand. Otherwise, hold it here or here, it doesn't really matter. Okay, now we're going to bend away from it. So we start to stretch into our lats. Sit tall though, don't scrunch down. Okay, that same arm, just take it behind you if you can. And then I want you to pull it to this side. Okay, so I'm going to pull it over, drop it down, and then drop your head. So everything's going to the same side. This hand is going, can you see that? So I'm pulling the hand over, dropping my head to that side, and we just stretch the top of our shoulder. Same hand that we've been doing, okay, just bring it to me, drop it down like you're sort of offering me something and then dropping it, and then you're going to just push that hand against here. My sister used to do that. When we were kids, we used to get something like 20p worth of sweets on a Saturday, and my dad used to just dish them out to all of us. And then when she'd eaten hers, she'd say, do you want one? Ask, don't get, don't ask, don't want. Vile, vile sister. We still don't get on. Okay, so let's do the other side. What did we do to start with? Oh yeah, that's it. So we went like this, hold above your elbow and ease it over. I know, awful. Awful. That's why I am the way I am. Child abuse by sisters. Okay. So just feel that stretch on the back of your shoulder. Let's take that arm up. Okay, just between the shoulder blades, we're going to push up here. Don't have your head forward, okay? Sit nice and tall. Let's hold on to the top of that if you can. And then we'll just ease away from it. Lovely. Okay, now take that hand behind you. We're going to pull it to the opposite side. So I'm going to pull it this way. And then drop your head the way that you're pulling your arm. Just bring that shoulder back and down. Okay, so you feel it right the way into your neck, on the top of the shoulder. And lastly, we'll stretch your biceps. So give me your hand, do my sister thing, drop the sweets, drop that shoulder and just push against here. So if you get carpal tunnel, anything like that, this is a brilliant stretch. You can obviously do it against the wall. Okay, and release there. So let's just do one little set of exercises for your legs, okay? What should we do? Let's do some mobilizing first of all. So you're just going to lift and stretch, lift and lower. Let's alternate side. Lift and stretch, lift and lower. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. So I'm lifting, straightening, lifting and lowering. Now keep your feet in front of your knees. We're going to do a stand and then we're going to do a squat back down. So you're going to stand. Now bring your hands to me. Just tap down onto that chair and come back up. Okay, tap down. Don't adjust your feet. Okay, tap down. Push through your heels as you come back up. This is the perfect squat. So I'm tapping down and we'll come back up. Let's do 2 more. Tap down. Push through your heels. 1 more. Well done. Okay, let's do 1 more set. So just to show you, okay, we start off with our feet in front of our knees or just underneath. Okay, let's go. So you're going to stand up, tap back down, tap back down, push through your knees. Okay, let's do 6 more. So you're going to feel your buttocks, should feel your hamstrings. That's 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. 1 more. Alrighty. Okay, and then let's come back up. So we'll do some stretching. Ow, just kick my weight. Do some stretching standing. Okay. Come to the back of your chair. Let's stretch into your hamstrings. So I'm going to step away. Okay, and then just push all the way into your heels. Okay, I'm going to lift my toes slightly and just come down to a nice flat back. So I haven't really got much weight on here. Tummy in, push your bottom right out behind. Okay, just come onto your toes if you can. Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay, let's come back up. Now, just want you to bend your knees slightly. You might want to bring yourself a bit closer and then do a cat stretch. So round your back, go the other way, and again, round your back. I suppose you could go down here, couldn't you? But you've got to do this with bent knees. Chest lift, 1 more. Round your back, chest lift, and we'll come back up. And the final one, stick with it. I know we're doing a bit longer than normal, but I want to show you this brilliant, brilliant release if you've got shoulder problems. Okay, so final stretch, okay. Just going to hold on to the chair. This arm, I'm not dropping it any lower than my kind of normal shoulder, natural shoulder height. Now just let it circle. So you just let it hang. And as it circles, just let it drop a little bit more. Okay, let your shoulder go. Let the back of the shoulder really relax. Now just let it circle in the opposite direction. Okay, let it drop. And a bit more. Let that joint just kind of open up. Okay, well done. Let's do the other side. Final, what's it? Final exercise, then you can have a cup of coffee and a donut, whatever it is you have. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you're doing with the other arm, but this arm's just literally going to be hanging. And you just allow it. So another ball and socket joint here, same as our hips. And this just kind of allows that bone to draw away and start to stretch. So anyone that's had shoulder problems or any sort of anything wrong with the shoulder, this is wonderful for it. Okay, just let it drop a little bit lower. Okay, so the weight of your hand is getting a bit heavier. Now go in the opposite direction. Just let it hang, let it circle. Okay, 2 more. And then we'll come back up. Okay, let's just stretch your chest. Clasp your hands together, pull your shoulders back and down, and then squeeze. All right. Ta-da! So you could do that all again, couldn't you? Yes, I know you could. Are you going to though? So I hope you enjoyed that. Now, just a quickie. All that, you know, I was saying I'm going to put stuff on Zoom, and I'm going to change the whole payment system, and it became such a big project, such a big headache, that actually I'm not going to do it, because personal trainers are already allowed to go back to work on a one-to-one basis, as long as they're outside and 2 metre distance, etc. And I think that group exercise will be coming back perhaps a little bit earlier than I was thinking, because initially I was thinking September. I think the boot camps will probably be the first thing out, so we can do it outside. And Pilates, be nice if I could say sporadically, let's meet in the park with your, we could do, couldn't we, meet in the park with your mat, but it's weather dependent and dependent on whether you want to, of course. So I'm not going to change anything, I'm going to stick to what we're doing, so 10 o'clock every day, and yeah, just so you know, it was too mind-blowingly challenging, unless it was going to be a very, very long-term thing. So I hope you enjoyed the weights. Don't forget, if you want to borrow any, you're very welcome to just get in touch, and we'll just meet halfway, or I'll drop them on your doorstep, or you can pick them up, whatever. I've got lots of 2 kilos. Yeah, build that muscle. Anyway, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you bright and breezy on Monday. Okay, take care. Bye.